Hi, welcome back to our flipped classroom for chemistry, and today we are talking about percent composition. So this is taking our knowledge of molecular formulas and molar mass and using them to figure out what percent of each compound is the mass of the different elements that make up that compound. So the first thing we have to do in order to calculate percent composition is we have to calculate, there we go. We have to calculate the molar mass of the compound. So we've been doing this for quite a while, so we're all familiar with how to do this. We're going to look at the masses on the periodic table, we're going to multiply it by the subscript, and we're going to add it all up. So our first step is to calculate the molar mass of the compound. And then our second step is to calculate the percent composition of each element. And so how we're going to do that is that we are going to take the molar mass of the element, so the mass of the element, we're going to multiply it by its subscript if it has one. And once we multiply the mass of the element by its subscript, we're going to divide that by the molar mass of the compound that we just calculated in step 1. And then in order to make it a percentage, we're going to multiply this whole thing by 100. So this is pretty simple and straightforward. So we're going to do an example just so that you guys can see. So first step is to calculate the molar mass of the compound. So our example here is going to be magnesium carbonate. Okay. So we're going to calculate the molar mass of this compound. So I'm going to look up the molar mass of magnesium, and I find that it's 24.31 plus the molar mass of carbon. So that's plus 12.01 plus 3 times the mass of oxygen. So 3 times 16.00. And you can use more decimal places if you're using a different periodic table. I just like to keep it simple. So when we've done that, we add all of those up, and we get that the molar mass of magnesium carbonate is 84.32 grams per mole. Okay, so now we have the molar mass of the compound, and our next step is going to be to find the percent composition of each element. And so we're going to do that by taking, so if we want to know what percent magnesium it is, we're going to take the molar mass of magnesium, 24.31, and we're going to divide it by the molar mass of the compound, 84.32, and we're going to multiply it by 100, and that's going to give us 28.83% magnesium. So we have found our 28.83% magnesium. We want to do the same thing for each of the other elements in the compound. So we're going to take the mass of carbon, 12.01. We're going to divide it by the molar mass of the compound, 84.32. Multiply it by 100. And we're going to get that this is 14.24% carbon. And now we kind of have a choice for the third one. We could add these two up and subtract them from 100 because oxygen is all that's left. Or we could take the 16.00, multiply it by 3 because there are 3 oxygens in our compound, divide it by the molar mass of the compound, 84.32, and multiply by 100, and that gives us that it is 56.93 oxygen. So again, pretty simple and straightforward. We'll do one more example. And that example is going to be, let's go ahead and do carbon dioxide. Should I do carbon dioxide or calcium hydroxide? I'm not sure. Okay, so if we do carbon dioxide, so carbon dioxide, the molar mass of carbon is 12.01 plus 2 times the molar mass of oxygen, which is 16.00. And we get that the molar mass of carbon dioxide is 44.01 grams per mole. And so in order to find what percent carbon it is, we do 12.01 divided by 44.01 times 100. And we get that it is 27.29% carbon. And then we'll take the 2 times 16.00 divided by 44.01 times 100 to find that it is 72.71% oxygen, and again you can see that those two add up to 100. Okay, so if you've got the hang of it, you can sign off. I'll do one more, and that is going to be calcium hydroxide. So if we find the molar mass of calcium hydroxide, remember calcium has a +2 charge, so CaOH2. So we're going to take the molar mass of calcium, which is 40.08, plus 2 times the molar mass of oxygen, which is 16.00, plus 2 times the molar mass of hydrogen, which is 1.01. And so we have 74.10 grams. Okay, and so we want to find out what percent each of them is. So we take the 40.08, we divide it by 74.10, multiply by 100, and that gives us 54.09%. Calcium, and then we have 2 times 16.00 over 74.10 times 100 equals 43.18% oxygen, and then we have 2 times 1.01 divided by 74.10 times 100 equals 2.73% hydrogen. Okay, I hope that's clear. As always, I look forward to your questions, and I will see you in class tomorrow.